And then implement it and then monitor it and see what's happening. So evaluate it and put all this in place. It's little things sometimes. It's about budget, small amounts, relatively small amounts, but be clear who is accountable and so on. This is very important. It's important for us as a donor, of course, but it's more important for you. So I'm very happy that I'm here. I wanted to say also the bigger picture is there. I mean, we last year the Agenda 2030 is about Sustainable Development Goals. I mean, I don't know if you've heard about it. This is a big policy framework where all world leaders have signed up to. It's about major development goals on various issues related to food, to environment, to water, to the protection of the environment, to economic growth, etc. And all these goals can actually only be achieved if you work with communities, because that's where it has to start. So it's important to link these programs up with the big goals, and that's for me it's very encouraging to see that this is the ambition of this program. Another point I want to make is we're also working a lot on human rights, rule of law, good governance, but often we talk to the government about this. So with the justice system, we have a big program on justice here. We're starting up. But again, to get experience from this kind of programs is important, because this has to feed in then our programs with the Chief Justice and with the justice system, because we have to understand a little bit what's happening here in rural areas in the communities and how effective is the justice system here. Finally, a few more words. When I was coming here this morning, I was thinking, in the end, what often has to happen is that a community or whoever wants to do something has to think first where to go. It's about strategy. Where do we want to go? What is our vision? And then it's about what to do to get there and what do we need for this, so the resources, and then who is doing this? And all these questions are sometimes not easy, because you have to understand. And when I looked at the project documents, one of the interesting things is it's not about reading books, booklets, documents. It's about really using other forms of communication with you and you within your village also. It's about theater, it's about acting, it's about visionary tools, photos you can see everywhere. And for me, I think more and more this has more and more important. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I have many daughters, 5, but one of them, the 13-year-old, is particularly active because she's a teenager. And yesterday she told me, you know, we have to live above the line. And I said, what do you mean above the line? And then she sent me a link in the internet and said, there was just a picture with above the line and below the line. And in this picture, it was very clear, like, you know, to be above the line, you have to be honest, you have to think positively, you have to communicate, you shouldn't use bad language, things like that. And below the line is the opposite. But it was just this one picture that were taught in school, and I thought, that's really good. I mean, it's not, you don't need to read many books, have many lectures about it, it's just one picture, and she understood it, and she really tries to apply it every day. So I think this type of tools you use here, I can see, and I think there will be a little drama, theater, this is really very important. So it's not only what you want to do, but how you want to communicate it. So I'm quite thrilled about that. Now, just finally, I think the project is also timely in the context of post-Winston. This area in the north of Italy was heavily affected. I came in after the cyclone. I think a lot of aid, you could read in the newspaper at least, came to the region, but I'm not sure if it really trickled down and was really for the communities who were here. We just discussed it now also, how much maybe was done in certain areas, in the buildings of schools, etc., but the population themselves, they didn't receive it in time. And I think one of the reasons for this community governance is that you are able to initiate in the short term, before and after a disaster hits, very quickly, that you organize yourself and be able to voice what you need get it partly by yourself, by your neighbors, and by governments and actors, so that you are much more responsive and can act yourself. I think this vision of an active community being able to organize themselves and be spot on on your needs and work on them, that's really important, particularly in an area like Fiji or the Pacific, which is always exposed to natural threats and disasters. Okay, so just not to get too long, to say very happy I'm here. Thank you for the welcome, and I'm very thrilled to be part of this opening of this program. Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of things you said we actually discussed this morning. Planning, strategizing, how do we get there, what is our dream community, and how do we want to get there, and developing strategies and getting resources, and how do we become sustainable? Because hopefully, when this money is used, we're not always looking for outside money, we can hopefully carry on developing ourselves in the community. So thank you for reinforcing that. We talked a lot about our roles.